Wow. Well, wasn't that a fun conversation with Miss Sarah Kunst, Managing Director, Cleo Capital. Man, what an awesome spitfire of a lady. I love it. I love her candor. I love her attitude. And we actually talked off screen, off the record, we talked a little bit more about adoption and why adoptees tend to generally just shoot it straight. And the reason is, and I think she gave me a great reason, and this kind of tells me a lot about her personality, is it's because adoptees, people are adopted who have parents that look nothing like them. You can't really hide. And once everyone knows your origin story, you might as well just say it as it is. And I would say that very much her and I share a very similar experience and very similar worldview in that. And you might as well just say it as it is. There's no point in hiding. There's no need to be opaque. Just be transparent and shoot it as it is. Tell us how it is. I love the fact that she was willing to tell us kind of her story and getting into venture capital. And what is intriguing is that she, and I don't know if you guys picked this up, but she gave us great examples of that. You know what? She was, her first company failed. She had an investment. Then she created a sports media company that took 3 years, and that also failed as well. And then she moved into venture capital. And so this isn't a shot against her. I've had things fail before. I think any entrepreneur worth his salt will have things that fail. But what's great about that is there's no shame in it. And that, yeah, so what? Her first startup failed. Second startup, venture capital, 3 years. Sports media company failed. And then they said, hey, look, your startup failed. Why don't you get into venture capital? And lo and behold, now you have the next iteration of Sarah Kunst, investor, venture capitalist with what she say 10 female scouts that are looking for great deals, great startups out there. And if you do any Googling, she's one of the powerhouses. She's one of the up and coming powerhouses in venture capital and female venture capital. So it's really, really exciting to be able to talk with her. I really enjoyed this conversation so much. Again, I just love the candor that she had around her adoption story, as well as the fact that she's just honest about, hey, she doesn't know how it changed her. She doesn't know how it made her different, other than the fact that it is what it is, and she leveraged what she could to her advantage. You know, I think it was fun that conversation that we had around, you know, that if you have female investors, well, you just end up making more money. Well, you know, it's hard to find. It's hard to find causation, but we can certainly find correlation. And this is something that I've read and I've spent time on because I've had these questions asked of me before, because I often preach, especially to my clients, especially the C-levels and the executives and management, that, hey, having diversity really matters. Having diverse thinking. Let's not focus on anything else other than thinking. Diverse thinking really matters. And we want to focus on that because the more diverse thinking we have, the more that we can smash atoms together and new ideas can emerge, new conversations, new tension points where we can improve things, more opportunities for questions and emergent ideas, right? And so it's powerful that she's big into that, and she's focusing on scout investing, and she's also focusing on making sure that more people can get that pre-seed money. So if you are in the game, you're in the game, and she's focused on female empowerment, so that's cool. No, not dogging on the males, but if you're female out there and you got some great ideas, you might want to look up Sarah Kunst. She might have some money for you guys. I love the fact that she brought up her dating life. So I find that interestingly curious to me. I hope that if there's any numjas out there, any guys out there that are looking for a successful and not hard on the eyes venture capitalist who's got an attitude and a sharp wit and is clearly intelligent, this Sarah Kunst might be a great match. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm going into matchmaking here, guys. I just love talking with awesome people. I just love talking with venture capitalists who have great stories that can encourage me as I move into my journey of building my own venture capital fund. And I also like the conceit. I'm glad that I heard it. I've heard it before, but it's just nice to hear it. That she said that, hey, building a company as a founder is significantly harder than managing a venture fund. Completely agree. However, I can see, not that I've done it, I've been on the getting money side of things, that raising a fund might be harder than raising money for a startup, and I could see how that's true. But then again, I wouldn't know because I've never had that sunburn before. Gotcha, Sarah. Gotcha. I appreciate that metaphor very much. I also appreciate her answer to what makes a great investment for you. It's like baking, she said. You got to have all the ingredients, but timing is what really matters. And so there's some things that are outside of your control, and I appreciate that conceit as well. But you know what? If you're a great venture capitalist, what you can do at the best of your ability is make sure all the ingredients and preparation is there so that timing will hopefully show up. That timing muse that I call it will show up. Preparation, if you're prepared for success, maybe success will happen, guys. Well, I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed this conversation with Sarah Kunst. I'm going to stay close to her because I really like her, number one. But number two, she's just really cool. And you know what? Yeah, she's just really cool. So if you want more information in the field notes on our interview, make sure to find your way over to vchunting.com/Sarah Kunst. This was a great interview, guys, and I can't wait for the next ones that are coming up. In season 3, we're moving, guys. Moving and shaking. We've done so many so far. Have a great one, and I'll see you next time.